All right, let's move on to Mitch McConnell. Um,
My dog is acting
Smooth
really weird.
transition. Smooth transition.
was it? Y'all ain't gonna
It
say
was because in a way you said, I don't know. Now let's move on to Mitch McConnell.
No,
because I
no,
still
no.
But he don't know
right.
either.
Oh, dang.
That was
Yes.
What?
wow.
What? What? You don't get compassion for me after you've been a villain your whole damn life. You've been a monster for 40 years. You've been a monster. I'm not worried about it when the monster start to lose his teeth. Come on, man. You still a
Oh,
monster. Still a monster. You just an old ass monster. Hey,
look.
I say family, somebody, I know he's a powerful man and he probably ain't listening to nobody, and I get that. It's really hard to take the keys away from grandpa when he get that far out there. But family, find some way to help this man so that he can live out the last years of his life in dignity. Well, however long he got. Get with him. Find some way. Round him up. I know it's not fair to bring these other people in, but I'm doing it.
It is
Bring
intervention
Feinstein in there,
time.
right? You go, everybody who's over 75. This is what Nikki Haley, I hear you, sister. I hear you.
Yeah.
Test all their asses. Test
Yeah.
all of them. And if they good, they good, right? Hey, you sharp. You might not be able to move like you used to, and that's okay. But can you think right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You still got your job. But,
Yeah.
if you having random, Windows update sessions in the middle of a speech,
Not quite like that, but
All right.
okay.
All right. Let me preface this by agreeing with this on one thing.
Complex Mind does not agree with or support the statements that are made by Theus Robinson.
Exactly. Exactly. I never have, nor will I never be a Mitch McConnell. I'm putting this up because he's a human being, and these two segments that I'm putting up can help other people. Fuck Mitch. You have been a detriment to this country and to my people for as long as your ass took your very first damn breath, whenever the hell that was. So trust me when I say
1812. 1812 was a good
19,
year.
whatever it was. But
No, it wasn't.
I am not doing this for the sake of Mitch McConnell. I am doing
But
this
he's
for the
still a
sake,
man.
but he's still a man, and this could be
He
educating
got a family
somebody
that
who
love
thinks
him.
so. We don't know
Little
that.
evil ass
But we
family.
got
All y'all evil too. Y'all evil too. Evil ass motherfuckers. Evil. You ain't stop them. You ain't stop them. All right.
the views
Somebody
of
get
Theo,
grandpa
the views of Theos
and take
Robinson is
care of him.
not expressing of. Anyway, let's move
Y'all,
on. Let's move on. Where's
don't
your
say you love that
milkshake?
man and you just leaving him out there like that. You see how
Where's
he
your
being treated in the
milkshake?
public.
You need more milkshake in your life. You need to put that water down. Let's go ahead and get to the first story.
Hi guys, NeuroGal MD here. I'm a double board certified neurologist and epileptologist. I've gotten several requests to talk about what might be going on with Senator Mitch McConnell over the past several months. He had 2 freezing episodes while speaking in public. The first time was several months ago while speaking at a press conference, and then several days ago while speaking at an event in Kentucky. So let me show you a clip here.
Okay. Senator, you're up for election in 3 short years. What are your thoughts on
that? I'm sorry, I had a hard time hearing you.
That's okay. What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
So he freezes. Behavioral arrest. Speech arrest.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
His eyes are wandering off to the right, fixated to the right. We call this deviation.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute.
In medical terminology.
And
you can see that in seizures. Okay, so it seems like these 2 episodes were fairly similar in how they looked clinically. There are several things that could be going on. And of course, I'm not his physician and I don't know the whole story, so I can't make a diagnosis. I can only talk about my thoughts based on what I see and what I've read. But I have read that these events occurred in the setting of several falls that happened several months ago. And from what I read, the falls happened before these events started. When he fell down, he had some head injury. I don't know the extent of the head injury, but brain injury can put you at risk for several neurological conditions, specifically seizures. The fact that these two events were pretty stereotyped in the setting of recent head injury makes me think that they are likely seizures. Seizures are abnormal electrical activity in the brain. So if they are seizures, they're probably coming from one particular area of the brain, probably a region that may have been injured from his fall. Another possibility is that these are TIAs, or transient ischemic attacks. These are caused by a temporary blockage of blood vessels in the brain, either from a blood clot or something called atherosclerosis, which is like hardening and buildup of plaque in the blood vessels. Sometimes the blood vessel gets completely blocked and it causes lack of blood flow to a certain region of the brain, which can cause various symptoms, including speech arrest. By the way, a TIA is sometimes called a mini stroke because a permanent stroke is caused by permanent blockage of a blood vessel to the brain, which causes permanent damage. A TIA only causes symptoms transiently because the blockage is only temporary and the blood clot disintegrates, resolves, and blood flow is restored to the brain, usually without any permanent injury to the brain. These are my top 2 diagnoses on the differential diagnosis list. Hopefully, his physicians are working to figure this out. In general, people with these symptoms will get a series of tests. They will get imaging of their brain. Typically, we order an MRI of the brain to evaluate for any evidence of stroke or any scar tissue, perhaps from the brain injury that could be causing seizures. Also, imaging of the vessels of the head and the neck could look for any blockages or narrowing of blood vessels that could predispose someone to stroke or TIAs.
All right, before we even get started, I'm going to go ahead and just roll into the second video because need us not forget, we live in America.
Hi everyone, NeuroGal MD here. I'm a double board certified neurologist and seizure specialist. Today I wanted to make a follow-up video on the Mitch McConnell situation with his freezing episodes. I came across a CNN clip that discussed Senator McConnell's workup so far. He's had an MRI, an EEG, and evaluations with several neurologists that indicated no evidence of seizure disorder, stroke, or Parkinson's disease. So this new information prompted me to share my thoughts based on my expertise as a neurologist and seizure disorder specialist. By the way, I need to throw this disclaimer out there. I am not his doctor. I don't know any more details than you know. I am just speculating based on what I've read and what I've seen and trying to elucidate what may be happening based on my knowledge as a neurologist. First of all, it's great that all of these tests came back unrevealing. There's no evidence of stroke on his MRI, which is a positive sign. I assume that the MRI was normal or unremarkable, which would point to no evidence of scar tissue from his falls and no evidence of a brain bleed. His EEG also allegedly came back without any evidence of seizure activity. I did want to make an important note about this. Most initial evaluations for possible seizure disorder involve a short 30-minute EEG. The sensitivity for detecting any abnormalities concerning for seizures on a 30-minute EEG is fairly low. It's about 30%. So a normal routine 30-minute EEG does not rule out seizure disorder. The diagnosis of a seizure disorder is primarily clinical, so the neurologist who evaluated him probably asked him a series of questions that would have revealed more about whether there was a high clinical suspicion of seizures. I would still be concerned about these events, even if all of these tests came back negative, because there's obviously something going on that needs to be investigated further.